tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Washington football team. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Taken about 7 yards deep, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They'll start with the option. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Shotgun handoff now for Love. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. The ball carrier.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Haskins. Got an open man, finds Gibson. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line. Circle around twice for the
They go play action with Haskins. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And to the 30-yard line, that's where the return stops. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 42-yard line.
Murray's going to yield to Drake on the option. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
1st down, Cardinals.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. To throw is Murray. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. 34. They'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Murray. Caught left side. Hopkins. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is, finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down and put a touchdown out on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Give them 3 yards there on the first down pickup. Throwing again, Murray. And he finds Gronk. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Montez Sweat make that now 8 sacks for him on the season, and it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Murray with a 3rd and long. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Drake. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
A 22-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Antonio Gibson.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On 3rd down, Gibson, and he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 3-0 after one on EA Sports.
Nothing.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Love. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 13 yards there on a Washington 1st. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 43-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
He's brought down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
It'll be Love to try and get the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Haskins, a quick throw out wide. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Gibson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, Haskins. Flush to his right. He'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Washington on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Love. And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, Ron Rivera sends out the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And his kick is gone. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
They'll hand it to Drake here on the option. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Drake on the carry.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Looking for Gronkowski, and he's got him complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. It's a big play on 3rd down for the Cardinals. And even 40 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, Murray. The hookup on the right side to Hopkins. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Complete to DeAndre Hopkins. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 27-yard line.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Shotgun now from Murray. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Well, that takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. And this is taken in at the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Operating from the gun. Murray escaping the pressure right to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Dancing to his left, toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Murray on the option. He'll give it to Drake. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Let's think here. You're still just in the 2nd quarter. You taking the 3 points?
I am taking the 3 points, and I'm just relying on my defense here. Show them you have a little confidence in them, and let the offense know, nice drive. Come back next time. We'll go get 6 then, but for now, we'll take the 3.
Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Gonzalez's kick is good. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
Cordero Patterson on the return. Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper.
It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. So we've reached halftime here. Charles has already thrown off his headset. He's out here. He says, it's Christmas Day. I'm going home. We're not done yet, though. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
First play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On the option, here's Drake. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. From the gun, Murray. Able to find Isabella. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
First down, Arizona.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And Murray, he's going to run with it himself. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks.
First down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 6 there on first.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 3rd down, Murray to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
30-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And the lead will increase to 6 now. It's 9-3. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun now, here's an inside gain. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. He rifles one, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Cardinals are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets them up 1st and goal. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Murray going to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On second down, it's Drake. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Called a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Murray now, 3rd and goal. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
Gonzalez on for the field goal of 25-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 9. It's now 12-3.
Washington.
So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
And penalty markers down in the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. Gibson gets back and he throws it. And the Cardinals have got it going the other way. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. A fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
28-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Here's Haskins to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Given 9 on the play, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Love. He's got 1st down and then some to midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington 1st down. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. And yet again, Haskins is intercepted. 3rd time. Picked off by Byron Murphy.
How you like me now?
And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And that one could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead.
Makes the score Cardinals 19, Washington 3.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded in the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. Now it's Haskins. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. He was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and that'll bring up second down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Buda Baker with a pick. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. A quick throw complete out to Isabella. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge, or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard, but that is not the case as we play on here this 4th quarter. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Haskins. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Washington on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Haskins out of the gun. He finds Beckham, complete. And it'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first.
For a Washington.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
The 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Haskins. Airing it out deep for Smith. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Junior
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
2nd and 10 now. Haskins. Left side is Beckham. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, Gibson. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Haskins. And my goodness, another interception. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
24-yard line.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 2nd and 15 now. Murray going deep for Hopkins. Complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins, 76 yards. And the Cards continue to pour it on.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Fielded in the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Haskins now off the bootleg. And he'll complete this to Gibson. Not much there, only a yard. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. The Cards get to him here he's brought down for a sack. Chandler Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. A tough spot for Haskins in Washington here. 3rd and long after that last sack. Haskins hit and he lost the football. Offensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
They're going on 4th down. Haskins. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. And they take a knee. And they will take a knee here. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Cards, their hopes of a 500 season stay alive as they move to 7-8 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the